Hi everybody. Um, Today I'm here to talk to you about pendulums. So, some people believe that pendulums are controlled by spirit. So when you're using one, when you're asking questions, there's actually a spirit that is manipulating it to move to yes or no. And other people believe that it is our own subconscious that's doing it. Personally, I believe that it is our subconscious that generally controls the pendulum, and that's where you're getting the answers from. We all have intuition. Some of us are just better at tapping into it than others. So, in that case, a pendulum would be a really good tool for somebody that needs a little help tapping into that intuition. So, could spirit manipulate a pendulum? Absolutely. If you believe that spirit can manipulate objects, can move things, can cause flashlights to flicker on and off, can play with our like ghost hunting equipment, then yes, definitely a spirit could move a pendulum. So if you're in a haunted location and you're using the pendulum to communicate with spirit, there is absolutely a chance that a spirit is moving it. But you would have to be able to figure out if it's you or if it's spirit, which would take some practice. So now on to the good stuff. Pendulums, you have to be drawn to the one that you want. So choosing one is important. So a lot of people will choose them based on like what they're made of. There's some pendulums made of wood, pendulums made of crystals, all sorts of different things. You can actually use like anything on a chain, like a penny with a hole in it on a chain, to have the same results as buying an expensive pendulum. So just consider that if you're just starting out and you want to practice before you go spend a bunch of money. So my pendulum that I work with all the time is just very simple. It is tiger's eye. It is just a chain. It has a little tiger's eye ball on the end of it. And it was actually given to me. I was at an expo and there was a woman demonstrating how to use the pendulum for different health things, and she felt that this one picked me and wanted to come home with me, so she gifted it to me. So it's very important to me, and mine's actually like the tip is a little broken, but that's okay. I love it anyway. So other people like all sorts of different kinds, and I have like a whole bunch. But okay, so this is a crystal that normally I would hang from like the ceiling, and it catches the light and makes a rainbow, and it's got the chakras. But some people use these as pendulums and they work really well. So if you see something like this at a store and you want to use it as your pendulum, then by all means, like there's no reason that you wouldn't. But yeah, there's different shapes. So this one's pretty fun. This is actually my son's pendulum. He collects them. He has quite a few. So, and this one's a little wonky. So you have to like figure out what is gonna work for you. And I like the chakra ones because they're really cool. This is kind of neat. And this one has like the metal on the bottom. So these ones are good for if you're using a board, like you can get a pendulum board. And then there's like these ones that are just kind of traditional and have different crystals. So once you find the pendulum that speaks to you, that you are drawn to, that you love, and you want to use, then you have to take some time to put your energy into it. So holding it, carrying it around, you can cleanse it is a really good idea. You can use sage, you can run it under water. Make sure that if it's a crystal, it's not water soluble. Some crystals will get wrecked in water, so be careful. You can put it in, like you can earth it, put it in the dirt, and then take it out and wash it off, and then it's been cleansed. You can put it in moonlight. A lot of people put all of their crystals out when there's a full moon. That like clears them, so that is something to consider. So once you've cleansed it, then you want to hold it and spend some time putting your energy into it. And once you've done that, you're ready to talk to it. So when I first get a pendulum, I hold my hand underneath like this, and I ask it, I wait till it gets still, and then I'll ask it, what is your yes? And then I just wait. So yes would be like swinging to the right, my right. Then you ask, what is your no? And then it'll switch, so back and forth the other way. So once you've established what its yes and no is, you're ready to ask it some questions. You can ask yes or no questions. If it does something that doesn't coincide with its yes or its no, that's basically a maybe, I don't know. You can try again later. Pendulum is not, it doesn't work if you have like in-depth questions. If you had like questions that needed like more serious answers that were not just yes or no or maybe, then you would probably go with like tarot cards or something like that. But pendulums are good for yes and no stuff, and you can actually buy boards. I don't own one because I just like to just use my hand, but you can buy boards that have answers yes, no, maybe, and then you can hold the pendulum above the board and you can ask the questions and then it'll swing to whatever. So if you aren't comfortable with the yes or no that you get, then getting a board and having it, just holding it over that is a great option. So if you have a board, you would just, instead of like my hand there, you would just hold the pendulum over and ask your question and wait for it to swing to wherever the answer is. So that is my information on pendulums. I have these beautiful pendulums that I will be selling, and the money that I get from selling them is actually going to support my team in doing the world's largest ghost hunt. So if you're interested in some pendulums, let me know, send me a message. If you have any questions, send me a message or comment. And yeah, I really hope you like my video, and reach out at any time if you need any help or want some pendulum answers. Okay, thanks guys, bye.